Hello and thanks for making Axe Television your #1 channel. It is time for the Quest Drive Show. Call a friend to tell a friend that it's time. Today we are going to discuss on the topic single parenting. We have Apostle Alex Osei Ade. He is a pastor at Accra West United Church, Accra. Before I introduce him to you by face, I would like to acknowledge my proud sponsors: Axe Media Practical Institute, A&A Driving School, A&A Travel and Tour. Our topic on board today is single parenting. We are going to see some challenges they go through. My name is Estelle Owusu. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Ask Media Training Institute, a radio and television practical school. Identity Emma Wana or Pesa, waya a Juma, radio, any television, so one or Pesa Usia camera works, one or Pesa Usia video editing. Anunti, sir, Wabia Journalism School, another College of Education, Polytechnic in Wabia, another University, Embo Senior High School in Wabia, na Iwaniswa de Unisa Pesa, waya Juma radio, so another TV swam. Ask Media Training Institute, and American for Eddie Amawo, or hostel at the Ma and the Mema, and if I form our Royal TV officer, I walk myself, I hold you and share so, and answer Royal TV officer, I walk and cry at Chibota, and ABC, and the and Shanimu, or more Rabank and Esroha. Our matter for Swa, over to your friend 0540-102366. Ask Media Training Institute, or Pizza near the Bema.
Things in this town, can't you see?
Welcome back from the commercial break. If you just tune in, you've missed nothing yet. We just started the conversation. Single parenting is the topic for today. Daddy, you are welcome. First of all, I'd like to thank you very much for accepting my invitation.
Thank you, madam.
Please, how is everything going?
By His grace of God, I'm fine, and church is fine. Thank you.
We thank God. Please, our topic for today is on single parenting. So what do we mean? The word parenting itself. What can you say about that to us?
Thank you so much for such a wonderful question. I'm so grateful for the great opportunity you have given to me to come share and to explain what parenting is all about. Now, when we talk about parenting, parenting is the process of raising a child or children by bringing them up, by providing shelter, providing care, providing education, and to develop them into adulthood. Thank you.
Right. So, who is a single parent?
Now, to extract from the definition which I just gave, when we talk about a single parent, the idea is individual. So again, I will say that when we talk about a single parent, it is a person who solely raising a child or children without the help of any partner. It could be the man or the woman. Example, when there is a divorce, or when somebody go through a widowhood, where the husband or the wife is dead or she is dead, it remains the single one, whether the woman or the man. So what happens is that the single parent is someone lowly or individual raising children alone. That is what I want us to understand.
Okay, it seems that you've given us few courses, the courses of single parenting. But Daddy, in our communities today, we realize that we have some people, independent women and independent men, with a mindset that they don't want to get married They just want to find someone, have a kid with the person, and then take care of the kid themselves. How about that? Does that make single parenting a good thing?
Actually, single parent is not the best, and I will not say it is good, because originally that is not how God made it. God made the man and the woman to become husband and wife so that they can raise children and take good care of them. So the idea that I want to just give birth with somebody so that I parent the child, it is not the best. It is not a good practice. And in the Bible, as a Christian, when I come from a Christian point of view, the Bible or the Christian faith did not accept it. Therefore, when you look at our country, majority of the people are Christians, Muslims, and even the traditionalists. I don't think all of them even accept that. It is not the best. So those people might have their own challenges. The reason why they are proposing that, but I don't share that view with them, that be a single parent or give birth and take care of the child and say, no, I don't want to go into marriage. It is not a good practice, and even traditionally we don't accept it. So I say that that person might have a challenge, so we have to engage them and see how best we could help them out. So single parent, if it is not conditioned like what we were saying, either somebody has gone through a divorce which the person cannot do anything about it, or whether your husband or your wife is dead, or whether there is a abandoned parent. When they give it, they just abandon them, so nobody is there to father the baby. If it is not that reason, I don't think anyone should have that kind of mindset that I just want to go into a relationship, just give birth and stay alone because I need a child. Marriage goes beyond just a child. Children are just a blessing of marriage. Children are just a blessing. God just added it to it. And let me also add this, that when we are talking about single parent, we cannot do away with marriage. And you know that originally, the one who brought or who established marriage brought man and woman together to become single. So when you go through that relationship that I don't want to marry and that kind of thing, I think you are not being godly, you see. So they have their own challenges, and to me they need to be talked to and helped. Psychologically there is a problem.
Right, psychologically there is a problem.
Yeah.
So Daddy, tell us about some causes of this single parenting. We know that you've said some earlier, but we'd like you to add up some to it for us.
Thank you so much. Like I said earlier, the causes of single parenthood, as we said, it could be divorce, which sometimes due to a lot of factors, which even the Bible do not ascribe to that. But since we are in a society and each and everyone understand things differently, and two, because of sometimes individual differences, people want to take their own way of life and do what they want. So divorce causes a major major in the area of single parenthood. And there are some, the second being what nature brings it out, which Bible talks about death, that separate the man from the woman originally, which God wanted that way. So when that thing occur, originally it brings a separation, because when we talk about death is a separation. So there automatically comes a separation between the husband and wife. So eventually you become a single parent. Then the next one also being just giving birth with somebody, the man, due to one or two reasons, just they will not accept the pregnancy, abandon the baby, and the mother just run away. Hence, it creates that kind of a situation of a single parenthood. Again, you know, like what you said, there are people consciously who made that effort that look, I just want to just give birth and I don't want to marry, because to them they think marriage is only bringing forth children. And some of these things you may not see so much in our country like Ghana, in Africa. But when you travel Europe and America and the rest, people decide that, you see, and they think it's part of life because they want to have a solely life to do whatever they want, and they have their children around them for future reasons. So they allow that.
So meaning we are adapting that kind of mindset.
Yes, mindset
from
it's a
people.
Western and a foreign invention into our lives, because nobody initially in our country, in our culture, in any religion say I'm going to just give birth with somebody and after that I just stay alone and take care of my child. Nobody, no parent even will allow their son or daughter to go into that experience, you see. But when you travel outside, because they are set up and their culture is not like ours. As you know, the Europeans, the Americans, when you become 18, you take responsibility of your own, and they are more of the nuclear type of family and not external. So nobody put pressure on them. So if today I decided I want to go through divorce, my parents have no authority over me. If I decided I only want to give birth without marrying, it is accepted. Nobody will put any pressure on you. But when you find yourself in these areas of ours where our families are very important, where we know that marriage is a union between two families, you, myself, or one man, one woman with their family, and we also know that when we marry together with their family. They show so much concern. So when we are taking decisions, we take decisions which will not affect our family because of good name. You see, your father, your mother have chalked a good name for themselves in marriage. Why do you think they will allow their daughter or their son to just go into marriage and say that, me dear, when I finish, I don't want to continue the relationship? Is it a contract that you go into a contract of giving birth? Then at the end, you finish. You see, so personally, and the Bible point of view, and even in Islam, let's talk about tradition. When our traditions are working, these things you cannot find it anywhere. But because of the foreign invasion today, people do what they like, and they don't have a respect for our culture and the rules of the Bible and even the Quran. Why am I saying that? You see, Ghanaians are religious, you know, are religious. Ghanaians in general are religious. That is why a lot of them associate themselves with Christianity, Islam, and the other religions. That is why I just want to have a general view of these things, that I'm not only talking in terms of being a pastor as a Christian, but I want us to look at other views also of our country. Thank you.
Right. But does it seem easy taking care of a kid or children by yourself? Is it easy?
No, it is not easy. It is so challenging. When you are a single parent, it is so challenging. You know, God in his wisdom created man and woman. And as a man, you have a responsibility, and even towards your children. And the women also have their own responsibility.
Right.
When you are raising a child, the man has a role to play, and the woman also have a role to play. Women with their makeup and their temperament and the way God made them, they have some kind of character traits. Men also have their own. So the child need all these things. Sometimes, you know, the way women could pamper their children, sometimes the men add that type of discipline to their children. as even a father in the house. So that when my children are doing something, I don't beat, I don't do it, but the way I'll frown my face or I will lift my voice, they see the man is here, and the way their mother is also, it is different. So you see, when you are raising children, men being more militant, the children need that. They need that kind of a man touch, and they also need that kind of a woman touch. So when there is a separation like that, whether you like it or not, it will affect the children, because only a woman raising the children, so that type of a man part might not be there. And if the children are also with the man, that type of a woman part will not be there. You see, so the children grows up without having their father with them, and they grows up without their mother with them. For instance, in our country, you know, there is a lot of women, excuse my word, they might be illiterate, some of them, and whilst the men sometimes are more distant. So when the children even come home and there is a homework, the mother maybe don't know what even the children carry home, but if the father is there, or the mother might be more educated than the father, let me put it vice versa, and there is a homework, who is to guide the child?
The one educated, right?
You see, you guide them. Oh, this is the way you do it. Maybe the father doesn't know it, but the mother, she is good, so you will be guiding them. You see, so when only a single parent is doing that, it has its own challenges.
Right.
In P, yeah, you can be say nipa ba konsa ensu nyami anim ehata, which literally says that only one person or a single person cannot use the palm literally to cover the face of God. Meaning is very big. It means life is dynamic and we have a lot of responsibilities. So as a single parent, you only cannot do it. Sometimes you need assistance of your wife, you need assistance of your husband. So when you only doing this responsibility, it becomes so challenging. You see, so it is not good for one person to raise a child. You need the two. In the divine wisdom of God, that is the more reason why I made the two. When the child is formed and born, the child is a product of the man and the woman becoming that child a baby. So it means that both of you have a responsibility. But today there are broken homes where most often you see the ladies, the women only raising their children. It is so challenging for them. Sometimes shelter, sometimes providing food for them, providing clothes for them. Some of the women are even fortunate. Even when the men are not there, they send this housekeeping money and things to support them. But however, the children look the touch of the father with them. Sometimes you sit there and you imagine if your father is there with you. Sometimes you imagine if your mother is there with you. Sometimes as a child, you imagine as you go to school, you see the other children, their fathers were coming from with them to school. Sometimes for 1 year, 3 months, you don't see your father. People go home, the children, you are with them in the same house, you see them in the evening, their fathers are coming. Oh, daddy, then their father, but you don't have anyone to call daddy. So you see, it is even a trauma. Psychologically, it will affect you.
Right.
So it is challenging. It is so challenging.
Right. Thank you very much. Resting on this question, we would like to go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Ask Media Training Institute, a radio and television practical school. Identity Emma Wana or Pesa Waya Ejuma El radio any television so one or Pesa Usia camera works, one or Pesa Usia video editing. Anunti say Wabia journalism school, another college of education, polytechnic in Wabia, another university, and senior high school in Wabia. Na Aywaniswa de Unisa Pesa Waya Juma radio so another TV swam. Ask Media Training Institute and American for Eddie Amawo or hostel at the Ma and Ma and mema eno ti fa form ne ewo Royal TV officer ewo Kumase ahoju enhyaye so anase Royal TV officer ewo Enkran Achibota ene APC ene di enhwani mu omo oga Rural Bank na esro hwa ahomatofo so a obetumi afrɛ 0540102366 Ask Media Training Institute osi bisa near the bema.
Things in this town, can't you see?
Welcome back from the commercial break. We are still on the Quest Drive show on the topic single parenthood. Our daddy has educated us a lot and we are continuing with the discussion. Daddy, please, before we relate for the break, you were talking about some challenges or the effect of parenthood, single parenting on the child, and then you did explain that the children need both their mother and their father to help nurturing them possible for them. So tell us some measures that the society and the family can put up in place to help the single parents.
Thank you so much. One thing that I want to say is that let me go back a little. When we were growing up, one thing I realized is that every child belongs to the community and the society, and every children belongs to the society and the community, and all parents have a responsibility towards these children in the community. Gone are the days when you see a child even doing something which is not right. A father from a different family who biologically, even it is not his child or not, he can come out and even discipline the child, and the real parents will not even say anything, provide the man is doing the right thing. But today it is not there. So you see the kind of society now we are breeding. People do things anyhow today, but gone are the days an elder man or a woman can call a lady, hey lady, this dress is not good, don't do it again, don't put it on again, and it will be accepted in society. So the challenge now is that our society is broken down. So the question you are asking, what kind of measures can we do? I believe number one, we have to go back. We have to go back because this Western culture has had enough infiltration. Let me put it away. Some had enough infiltration in our moral fiber, and because of that, it is giving us a lot of problems where nobody want to be his brother's keeper. So we see children doing something and all of us look them doing it where nobody want to be responsible and even correct them. So I believe, number one, if we want to put measures, that the first thing we have to do is to put a strong society where the moral lives of our children, everybody will be considered. We have to take that discipline.
All right, Daddy, please.
Yes.
Give an advice to a single parent out there.
Yes, the advice I'm going to give it to single parents is that I want to, in the first place, encourage them, because it has already happened. It is not their doing and it is not their wish. Sometimes things beyond your control, okay, put you into that frame of lifestyle which you don't want it. So I want them to motivate themselves and to see their children as a source of inspiration for them, and do their best, whatever they can do, to bring them up, especially in the name of the Lord, with the Bible says, train a child the way he should go, so that when they go, they will not depart of it. And they should not be so much hard on them. They should take it cool with them and give them opportunity to make their mistakes so that they can correct them. They should not say that they don't want them to do it, because children learn in some of these things. Because some of the mistakes you do, people see it, they correct you. But if you don't want to give somebody open to make a mistake, then the person cannot be perfect. So I want to encourage the parents that whatever they are going through, whatever is happening, they should see and know that God is in control. So they should build up their most holy faith, take the children to church where moral lives are built, so that you put them in the Sunday children's school, they bring them up, support them, and eventually, with the help of God and with much encouragement, they will become somebody in future. Because I have seen people with a single parent who has gone through, they have a wonderful children, three children, some of them lawyer, doctor, and the rest. God bless you so much.
Thank you, Daddy, for coming. And then it was very, very good to have you here. We've learned a lot. I personally have learned a lot. Thank you so much for coming. And I would love to have you again some other time.
Thank you so much. God bless you for that opportunity. Amen.
All right. I'm sure you learned a lot on the show today. I've also learned a lot. And this brings us to the end of the show. Today I am very happy. I'm extremely happy because it is my birthday. Yes, I thank God for protecting me for all this while. A special greetings to my one and only father, Mr. Owusu Joseph. He's a pastor and a prophet. Daddy, I love you so much. And many thanks to my cameramen, Eichmann, Eric, and Yima. This program was proudly brought to you by Axe Media Practical Institute, A&A Driving School, A&A Travel and Tour. My name is Estelle Owusu. Catch you same time next week. Thank you.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Ask Media Training Institute, a radio and television practical school. Identity Emma Wana or Pesa Waya Juma El radio any television so one or Pesa Usia camera works, one or Pesa Usia video editing. Anunti say Wabia journalism school, Anasa College of Education, Polytechnic Nwabie, Anasa University, Embo Senior High School Nwabie, na Aiwaniswa de Hunisa Pesa Waya Juma radio so Anasa TV Swa. Ask Media Training Institute and American for Eddie Amawo or hostel at the Ma and Mema. Enuti found form ne our Royal TV officer ewo Kumase ahoju enhyaye so anasa Royal TV officer ewo enkran achibota ene ABC ene di enhwani mu omo ga rural bank na esro hwa ahomatofo so a obetumi afrem 0540102366. Ask Media Training Institute osi bisa near the bema.
Things in this town, can't you see?